Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for January 10th, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern. Our minds are a vehicle to discover the divine. There is no suffering when there is no attachment to the thoughts, feelings, the body, or to your mind. There is no suffering when there is no attachment to the thoughts, feelings, the body, or to your mind. When we see that the mind is our friend, our number one vehicle that takes us from one experience to another, we stop treating it like a dumb soldier or slave. And as we respect the mind and the life stream that is floating behind it, then we begin to see that there is only divine peace, lightness, and oneness to be found. So we watch our minds as we relax our bodies and drop into the most profound restful feeling we have ever had in our lives. And then we notice how our mind behaves. So just notice, do not judge. Just watch this amazing, powerful machine go to work. And the most amazing things start happening when the mind is completely at ease. We are each given, all of us are given the gifts of the gods. We create our reality according to our beliefs. Yours is the creative energy that makes your world. There are no limitations to the self except those you believe in, Seth. This universe is always showering us with abundance. It's constantly blessing us with love, creativity, and life. It's perpetually giving us energy through the sun, oxygen in the air, food, water, and the electric pulse of our beating heart. This gift of energy is what makes you a vibrantly alive human being, and anything we feel needy, anytime we feel needy, desperate, lacking, or in a state of demanding desire, we've simply forgotten about these blessings, these deep eternal goodness which the universe is offering. We've become ungrateful towards life and are trapped in the illusion of lack. And whenever we stop appreciating life, life stops appreciating us. And our typical flowing, easy day suddenly becomes a perpetually challenging, painful adventure. The baseline truth is this. The universe is a magical manifesting playground that is happy to give each of us whatever we want, whenever we want it. We simply have to believe fully, choose to believe fully, that we can receive it and trust in the mysterious process on how it comes to each of us. We were all built with a connection so tight with the universe that it knows exactly what we want before we want it. So your job is not necessarily about asking the universe for what you want, yet more along the lines of feeling that your desire is already on its way to you. Whatever your mind focuses on always multiplies and expands. Whatever. And it always does. When you focus on lack, you create more lack. And this is an area where some of us don't really identify it, and we almost go on this autopilot thing where we focus on lack and then we create more lack, but yet we're not aware that we're focusing on more lack, and so that we're not aware that we're creating more lack. Lack attracts lack. We know that. And while feelings of appreciation and gratitude attract more abundance, feelings through the heart-mind of appreciation and gratitude attract more abundance. Simply by shifting towards the feeling of being grateful, you start to move energy into form, create it into reality, or manifest a greater abundance of goodies. So the mind somehow forgets about what you thought you were missing in this life and is happy about what it does have. The real question then becomes, how devoted are you to the feeling of perpetually receiving what you want and keeping your mind off the feeling of not getting what you thought you wanted and don't have? The real question then becomes, how devoted are you to the feeling of perpetually receiving what you want and keeping your mind off the feeling of not getting what you thought you wanted and don't have? Whenever you send out the energy of desperation, it's like proclaiming to the universe that you are a beggar and not the actual master of your life. When we follow the thoughts and feelings of desperation, it becomes a form of lying to ourselves and to this universe. And we are pulling a poverty veil over our own eyes. If we've been lying to ourselves for years, it can seem easier to stay in what's old and comfortable than to be wrong about our entire way of being and step into something new and liberating. The complaints, excuses, and manipulative masks we wear will always support desperation consciousness. These are all part of what we need to release and give up if we are to manifest the life of our dreams. There is nothing positive that manifests from sending waves of desperation out into the world. Some of us, maybe all of us, I would say, have at one time, shape, form, or another, have sent out waves of desperation out into the world. It actually makes you feel more needy than you truly are, and thus have to work harder to manifest something that was easy to receive. It's quite possible that one day you will receive what you want from this needy place, yet it will always come in a slower and more challenging way. This universe always wants us to learn how amazing, unstoppable, and divine we truly are. You may find it's quite ridiculous to think that we are getting what we want by choosing to feel we are lacking something. So you look, it's quite ridiculous to think that we are getting what we want by choosing to feel we are lacking something. The mind may think that if we act more desperate than other people, will have pity on us and then want to give us what we desire and make us temporarily happy. People tend to run far, far, far away from those who are filled with neediness. Desperation does not make anybody truly excited about life. And over time, it creates hypertension in your body and a generalized state of panic in the mind. Desperation is definitely not a turn on or aphrodisiac for anyone. Every great work and accomplishment has been brought into manifestation thought through holding to the vision, and often just before the big achievement arrives comes apparent failure and discouragement. Florence Scola Finn. A highly orgasmic conscious being is one who has made close friends with desperation. The mind will allow the needy feeling to be there when it arises. It doesn't buy into the story and never, ever acts on it. This person allows their mind to open up into the most expansive experience and feelings possible. And this expansive vibration is our natural state and begins the very moment the mind stops and the desperation saboteur falls off its track. If you watch your mind long enough, you'll find that it's always investing its time and energy into some creative thought project. The mind is always creating something, sending out waves of manifesting energy in a variety of directions. When you bring your attention towards those thoughts, which makes your smile ignite, your eyes sparkle, and your heart sing, you stop the desperation addiction and become a manifesting magnet for what you desire. There are no accidents or coincidences. Coincidences we know don't exist. It's a word invented to describe something we don't understand. So there are no accidents or no coincidences in this world. Nothing is by chance. Everything you experience is a direct manifestation of where you focused your attention and hold your vibration. If you feel that you're super stuck in playing the same desperate poor me victim game every day of your life, just stop and look underneath your desire. See exactly what it is you truly want. What is it that your heart is actually yearning for? Does it want to be loved? Feel wanted? Feel important, safe, cared for, precious, special, free, rich, or simply just happy? If your body-mind is a manifesting machine, think about how ridiculous it is for you, for any of us, to continue to choose feeling desperate and needy and continue manifesting more of what you don't want. Fluidity. Success in life is simple. Just flip the switch in your mind and refocus on the feeling of what you do have instead of what you don't have. If you think you have nothing, always remember that as long as you have a body, you will have a mind with some form of creative imagination. And this creativity is divine. And it is the greatest gold mine you'll ever find. When you start using it to consistently imagine yourself having what you want and how that feels, important how that feels to have this in your life right now, you ignite your magical manifesting powers to attract that one thing from the furthest edges of this universe. We are always more powerful than our minds imagine that we are. This is the programming that we are here to unplug from and realize the divine truth. That you are, all of us are, all powerful, sacred, divine beings who can create anything. Anything. Yes, inside you is a power that is as brilliant, amazing, and as large as the sun. You have the energy inside you to give life and manifest anything, whatever idea, person, thing, money, or love your heart desires can come to fruition. You just say yes to it all day long. All day long. No doubts, no fears, no attachments, no expectations. Do this, and your life will turn into an outrageously successful adventure. So whenever you find yourself in desperation, you may be consciously aware enough to say, I choose to shift my direction. Because once any of us fall into a desperation situation, and we're constantly concerned about what we don't have, we totally skip over what we do have, and this feeds the mind, and the universe will continue to send you that which you don't want to have. And it's so important. You know, we've had so many discussions on this planet throughout the eons of, you know, bringing something into reality and you can do it and this and that. But it's deep. It's a deep understanding, and this is why we talk about the fact that it's about you, not about anybody else. It's about you. It is about you and your self-discovery. Even the areas that we kind of go, I'm not going to open that door. You know, have you ever been that way? You're kind of discovering a little bit here and there about yourself, and then you go, I don't care to go in that door. And that's the door you should go in, deep within, to discover these areas. And once and for all, anything that's backed up, anything that's clogging, clean it out. Wipe it clean completely. And guess what? You're the only one that's going to know. No one else is going to know. You're going to know. So it's all about this. We're an empty vessel when we come into these bodies, and then they're filled up by all this external stuff. See, that's what gets our thoughts going. That's why the mind starts creating all these thoughts, because we hear, we watch, we feel in the little body as the body grows, and we start absorbing like a sponge. And then we stockpile. We put all this stuff within. And that's why later on we start having all these thoughts come out that aren't ours. So imagine, each of us are given the gifts of the gods. We create our reality according to our beliefs. That's it. We create our reality according to our beliefs. If your beliefs are, let's just say, out of kilter because of how you've been educated, how you've been influenced, how you've been guided in your own perception, and how your personality and character perceive things. And so this is what it's all about. So we all have the gifts of the gods, and we create our reality according to our beliefs. We create this world. And there are no limitations on any of us, except those that we believe in. That's why it's all about you. It's all about each of us. How we perceive, how we view, what we see, how it's computed. How do we lay things out for ourselves? Someone who feels that they're always going to be poor and impoverished and have lack of everything, what do you think is going to take place? They will have the same of everything that they continually are in desperation or feeling of lack of, and not really understanding the gratitude that they have buried for what they do have. It's whatever we focus our beliefs. It's whatever we believe is what we're going to create. If you believe that there is going to be doom and gloom, and I'm not talking about worry, that's different. I'm talking about actual belief in something. When you believe in something, you're going to create it. That's a definite. And once we absorb that, I think maybe that this civilization is beginning to embrace the fact that where we start to stop ourselves and say, I'm not going over there. I've been there. I've experienced that. Why would I go there again? Because I know the outcome of that. So therefore, I'm going to do the opposite of that direction, where I'm going to be grateful for everything I have in this moment. Doesn't matter if it's a penny in the pocket. It's the gratitude and the feeling of the gratitude. You could say gratitude until you're blue in the face, but if you don't feel it and it's just coming from the heart, the ego mind, then it goes nowhere. But if you feel it genuinely from the heart mind and you're professing it from the heart mind to yourself, then you're going to create it. It is a win every single time. It's always that way. It never changes. The only thing that changes is when your belief shifts. Anger, frustration, fear, whatever it may be, that shifts you, or you're attached to something, or you have your attachments and your expectations to something. We've all experienced that. You're expecting something, and it doesn't come the way you want it. This is taking forever to get, and see all that energy that you start putting into it, and that energy is usually fear, worry, stress, because you haven't gotten it and you expect it. You've expected it to be there and it's not there. And you feed the very thing and you push that away even more, rather than saying, I'm in deep gratitude for right now, for exactly this moment. It's for us as a civilization to learn to just let go. And see, we have this desperation that kicks in. And we understand that desperation is not an aphrodisiac. So when we generate desperation, people in all different kinds of ways, desperate to get this. There's only 3 left. I've got to get this. That's desperation. Or desperation that you're desperate to make money, or you're desperate about you and finding somebody to be with you. These are all desperations. And the desperations come with heavy-duty attachments and expectations, where, you have an expectation and you keep missing it because there's always something that the ego puts in there that defers you from on target. So you switch whenever you feel yourself moving into desperation, always constantly communicating with yourself about what you don't have and the desperation of having. And it overwhelms and overtakes so many people. Desperation for peace, desperation for wealth, desperation for just about anything. But when each of us understand that each of us are given the gifts of the gods, and we create a reality according to our beliefs. And this is our creative energy that makes our world. And there's no limitations to you except those you believe in. If you believe that the end of the world is coming, then you're going to believe it, and eventually you're going to create it. You see? If you believe that a paradise and a blissfulness and a joy and a freedom is on its way, and I mean you believe it from the heart mind, and there's no doubt, there's no attachment, there is no expectation, it will materialize. It is only when the mind starts putting in guilt, doubt, that it fractionates your belief. And so your belief fractionates and goes off into different directions. Oh, maybe this won't happen. Probably not. Won't happen. And then, of course, we're thinking at the same time, well, if I say it won't happen, it will. You ever done that? Maybe if I say if I don't want this, I'll get it. You know, crazy things the mind and ego conjure up for us. So in this meditation, understand what desperation is across the board on this planet with all of us. And then understand that each of us have been given the gifts of the gods and that each of us create our own reality according to our beliefs. And each of our beliefs is the creative energy that makes our world. And we understand that there are no limitations to ourselves except those that we believe in of ourselves. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. And I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is relax our bodies, head to toe, inside and out. Total relaxation. And you, only you, each of us, are able to do that. No one else is going to do it for you. Might be, if they do, it's temporary. So you relax your body. You just let go of everything. Doesn't mean you're losing anything. I think we get this misperception that we're losing. If I surrender, I give it up, I lose it. Well, do you want to carry pain? You'd like to lose pain, wouldn't you? Would you like to carry worry, stress, and fear? No, you'd like to lose it. Let it go. Surrender it. And that's what we're doing with our bodies. Because the body is a vessel that holds all the things that the mind and the ego can conjure up and then dictate to the heart-mind. And then we grab it, create it into reality, our reality, and then we experience it. So relax the body, head to toe, inside and out. Picture yourself just literally floating. Literally, you're just floating. And you have no fear that you're going to fall because you're buoyant. You're just floating. Floating in nothingness. Not a care in the world. Body is completely relaxed. You have surrendered all of the things that weigh you down. And so you float. And as we do this, we move into the now. And the now is really all we have. The now is the reality that we create moment to moment. The space between heartbeats. It's what we create. The now is a wonderful thing because it stills the mind. It stills the ego. It stills the subconscious mind. When you're in the now, you step out of those. You step out of the mind. You step out of the ego. You're not in it anymore. You're watching it. It's fun to watch it, to see how it operates. You're not judging. You're watching. And that's a great experience. It's a great teacher for each of us, for our mind and ego to show us so that we can master them both. You can't master them while you're in them. You can only master them when you're outside of them, and that's in the now. Some of us, all of us, we reminisce. We get thoughts. We might get thoughts from childhood. We might get thoughts from a year ago or 10 years ago or 50 years ago. It doesn't matter. But we get these. They come in. Past experiences. We kind of go over them, give them a little hug. But then we get into the now. We stay in the now. Others will just continually go into a future that doesn't exist, wondering, what if, when is this going to be? When is this going to happen? What if this happens? And when am I going to meet the one? And when am I going to be wealthy? When am I going to have more money? That's all future wandering. And a lot of us skip the now. It's almost like the now is a dis-ease. So we don't go in the now. This is because most of us don't know how to stay in the now or even be in the now. But when you realize that it is all that there is, and that we don't care to go into a past, stay in that past so long that we bring that past into a future that doesn't exist, and we create that future from that past, and we relive that past and that future. This is when we just are like in a circle jerk. We're just running around circles. A lot of us feel that way. Sometimes we identify, we don't know why, but why does I keep repeating things? And a lot of people do that. It's because of this is what they have manifested, and not the future. So the now eliminates all that chatter and noise that we all have. I talked about all these thoughts, thousands of them, incessantly knocking on our door. Never ends. So it's just a great relief to step outside the mind and ego by going into the now. How do you stay in the now? That's another one. Because we all wander. We might be in the now. Okay, I'm in the moment. I'm focusing on cutting a piece of celery or something. But then we wander off. The thoughts come in. They're constantly there, and we wander off. So our breath, when you wander off, your divine positive energy, your breath, is the power. It's omnipotently powerful. It's more than just breath. It focuses us in the now. Once you start focusing on your breath, your breathing, in through the nose, out through the mouth, you will, or just focus on your breath, breathing, you'll be in the now, automatically. That's pretty nifty to know that. Now, practicing it is another story. But when you stay in the now and you focus on the now and you use your breath to stay focused on the now, that's very potent energy to keep you in the now. So we relax the body. We focus on our breath. We stay in the now. And in a relaxed position with our bodies, we take our divine positive energy, our breath, which sustains the vessel that houses the kingdom of God, and we focus on our breath, and we merge it with the God force, love, light energy, which is our chi, or ki, or prana. Just like this planet has a chi, a prana. It's a celestial. So when you merge these, and you're merging through your heart-mind's motion picture, so you're watching this. You're literally watching it. And you watch your divine positive energy merge with the God force, love, light energy, and we start with these all the way through the center of our bodies to the top of our heads. And these are energy vortexes. They're wheels of light, etheric light. And there's seven main chakras, energy vortexes, wheels of light. Each one is a flower, and inside of each flower is a geometrical shape. They're all different. And they all have a profound purpose. So we look at the root chakra. This is the red wheel of light, the Muladhara. And this deals with survival, and it is blocked by fear. When you're in survival, when you're in float and goodness and happiness and joy, what blocks that? Fear. And where does fear come from? It's dictated through the ego mind to the heart mind, and it's manifested and created into reality for you to experience it. Then we move to the orange wheel of light, the sacral chakra, the Vadhisthana. This deals with pleasure. How can you experience pleasure and enjoy pleasure when it is blocked by guilt? Shuts it right off. And what is guilt? Again, the ego mind. Then we move to the yellow golden wheel of light. And this is the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura. This deals with willpower. And it is blocked by shame. Then we move to the emerald green wheel of light. This is the heart chakra, the Anahata. And this deals with love. And it is blocked by grief. Grief will block love. Then we move to the blue wheel of light, the throat chakra, the Vishuddha. This deals with the truth, with truth. And it is blocked by lies. You cannot be truthful if you're seduced into lies. And then we move to the indigo wheel of light, the third eye chakra, the Ajna. And this deals with insight. And it is blocked by illusion. Understand what that means in this world that we're in. Then we move to the violet wheel of light, the crown chakra, the Sahasrara. This deals with cosmic energy. And it is blocked by ego attachment. Now we bring both of these sacred energies all the way to the top of our heads, and they're merged, and we hold them briefly. I am light, I am love, I am. And in that brief moment, roughly 3 seconds, we compress and condense them into pure liquid energy, which is omnipotently powerful, immeasurable, and we release it over our pineal gland. Now, you can view your pineal gland through your heart-mind's motion picture. However you see the pineal gland, I see it as a green ball, a rosebud. And when I pour this liquid energy over it, it just absolutely expands immediately into a fully bloomed, massive rose with multicolored petals, sending out a beautiful fragrance in shimmering light, which is complete contentment and peace, total freedom. The great expanse, all existence, opens up. The astral plane, the spiritual plane, the pure consciousness, the God, beyond, all of it opens right up. It's like a big curtain opens up, and it's all there. And it's not figuratively, it's literally. And then we discover the fact that we are all of it. And it is us. We're also, all of us, on high vibrational frequency, consciously aware, feeling that we are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. This means that there are no attachments ever. There's no expectations. There is no succumbing or being seduced into lack of. There's no worry. There is no stress. There is no fear. And the body, the heart mind, the ego mind, the subconscious mind, the God heart, pure consciousness, the higher self, the spirit, the soul. We're one. This is why we're heaven on this earth. We're literally heaven on this earth. Not figuratively, not wishfully. We are heaven on this earth. And every step each of us take we create paradise. And we are learning to shine our God force, love, light energy onto everything. All life, the highest supreme value universe, all of our brothers and sisters, whether they're asleep, half asleep, awake, kind of awake, flooding them head to toe, inside and out, with our God force, love, light energy. On all of them, head to toe, inside and out, eternally. Now you can see the God planet through your heart, mind's motion picture, because we are the God planet. And it is us. We are the paradise. And it is us. We are the peace. And it is us. We have others with us. Other parts, other reflections, other mirror images of the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. We have the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Morya, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, Yahweh, Yeshua. Many, many, many more. Now, the archangels, the cherubim, seraphim archetypes, they're a civilization that vibrates at a different frequency than we do, a higher frequency. Doesn't make them better. Just makes them more consciously aware. Now, thousands can surround any one of us at any one time because of their vibrational frequency. They can hold a large number in a small area, small space. We meet them. We don't see them like we see each other. We don't, it's not like we shake their hands and give them a hug. We meet them through images, reflections of us that randomly in this life, and we usually know it afterward. It kind of dawns on us through the heart-mind. And a little bit of the bliss that we are bubbles to the surface. The ascended masters, they have mastered ascending into physical form and ascending out of physical form, holding pure consciousness God form. We have ascended into physical form, or mastering physical form, while in physical form, we are creating our experiences to perfect our creations. And we're also learning that we are the light. And we're learning about who and what we are within. So that when we do leave the body, when we do decide to leave the body, we will not follow a tunnel of light, because we will know that we are the light and that we are in sacred space. Now, we call on all the reflections of high vibrational frequency, and the archangels and the ascended masters are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love. And so we call out to all of the other reflections of us, all the other aspects and facets, all the other mirrored, all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, beneath earth, agartha. But only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light, in the full liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya. And they come in the billions, and they're with us now. We call upon all the light energy beings, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond and forever, who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this meditation, in the forming of this circle of light, in this now. And they come in the gigaplexes. One gigaplex fills this universe. They come in trillions of gigaplexes from every direction. And they are with us now, consciously. We call upon all the galactics, off-worlders, and celestials. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light. And this draw, this call out of higher vibrational frequency consciousness is to every direction. It's in all existence, in all universes. And we're only familiar with a smidgen of them. Over 1,000 travel through the solar system every day. Trillions travel throughout the universes every day. The ones that we're just a smidgen familiar with. And this includes their civilizations, their species, the good, the not so good, and the bad. And understand that only those who are of the highest vibrational frequency can be with us in this meditation. Those in the lower dark matter frequencies cannot sustain themselves. So it's a choice and a beingness. We have the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Andromedans, the Arcturians, the Zeta Reticuli, the Feline, the Norse Greys, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, the Avian, and many, many, many more. They've been assisting us in revolution, enlightenment, ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and slavery. And in uncountable numbers, they are with us now. We call upon all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited, and only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light, and the complete full liberation into higher frequencies of deep eternal love of this planet Earth Gaia Arya in this now, in this meditation. And they come into billions and they're with us now. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in following forms on and above and below this planet Earth Gaia Arya in this now, in this meditation. Only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, and forming the circle of light and the full liberation of this planet Earth Gaia Arya. We're only familiar with a smidgen of them. They come in the trillions in shapes, colors, sizes, colors, forms, configurations of which we have never, ever seen before. And the ones that we kind of are aware of are the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, wood, ether, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. And in the trillions, they consciously are with us now. And we're all gathered, arm in arm, hand in hand, all of our gods one. We're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And we're all one. And we're all love. And we're all God. And our God Force Love Light energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We immediately form a massive circle of light. This is our God Force Love Light energy. This is the very core being of each of us. This light is so brilliant, so bright, that it grays out the darkness of sacred space. It would take over 1,000 billion suns in this solar system to even come close to its radiance. We saturate all life forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this meditation. All of our brothers and sisters, totally saturated, inside and out, head to toe, physically, biologically, spiritually. And this is eternally. It never ends. We're all bathing each other. We all know that life is the highest supreme value in the universe. We begin to levitate above the planet. And as we do this, as this massive circle of light, we literally are met with this massive ocean of glitter. And it's trillions of different colors reflecting back and forth all over the place. And if we look close, they're little mirrors reflecting all of us gathered for this meditation in all existence, in everything and everything and nothing and nothing. And they're all facets and reflections of all of us, teaching, learning, guiding, educating, experiencing. See it through your heart, mind's motion picture. Feel it. And we're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we are the power of healing. We're then met with the violet blue purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column of light that reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. Then we're met with the white fire. This is a column of light that reminds us all that from head to toe, inside and out, we are imbued with God Force Love Light energy. We are protected 24/7. No external power, force, frequency can harm, dissipate, destroy, penetrate at all. Nothing externally can harm us. But only you, only you have the power. And if you decide to lower your vibrational frequencies, whether consciously or unconsciously, low enough into hatred, greed, and fear, and anxiety, and stress, envy, jealousy, you will create a breach in your white fire armor, enough so to allow all the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. If you do decide to do this, you're immediately met with the purple transmuting flame. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance. And we send them to pure consciousness where they're gone. Then we're met with the violet ray. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame. We can harmonize, cleanse, and purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our harmony and high vibrational frequencies of deep, pure, eternal love and gratitude. We're then met with a golden white pink light. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we are the sunsets, the sunrises. We are the sun, the sunlight. We are the rain and the rainbow. We are the trees and the forest. We're all the animals. We're the sky, the clouds, the snow, the mountains. We are everything. So when you see the next sunset or sunrise, and you're in awe of its beauty, the awe is you. You're the beauty. We continue to levitate above the planet in very ease. And as we do, some of us step outside of our physical form, those of us carrying physical form, and float effortlessly above our physical form. We come in to view of a massive crystalline light tower. We created this tower. It's larger than the solar system. In the center of this tower is an oblong sphere. It's literally layer after layer of prismic, beautiful color vibrating lights. And in the center of it is a golden white light shimmering and sending out pulse waves of golden white light mist, penetrating and saturating us from head to toe, inside and out, as well as all of the other bands of colors surrounding it. And the golden white light is pure, deep, eternal love. It's for us. It's us. It's a reflection of all of us, to remind us to shine it out, not in, out. Shine the light within, out onto everything. In all the colors of gratitude, prosperity, abundance, well-being, wealth, happiness, joy, bliss, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness. It's all flooding us, all of us, all of our brothers and sisters, this entire planet. And then at the top we have the golden ocean. We designed it so the golden ocean can come cascading down, flooding all of us inside and out, head to toe, with deep, pure, eternal love. And this is eternal. It's always. We are drops of this golden ocean. The ocean is the drops are the ocean. We hold the essence of the ocean. We're all one. Separation is the only illusion. Then we see our meditative sphere. It's at center circle. We created the sphere almost 3 years ago. It holds almost 1,200 of our meditations in perpetual motion. All of us gathered every day with the highest of intent, deep, pure, eternal love and gratitude, with no attachments or expectations, flooding all that there is with our God force, love, light, energy. That's why this sphere can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. This is why it continues to intensify and it continues to expand. There is no doubt amongst us, those of us who are aware, that this transition, this evolution of this civilization on this planet is in full swing. The liberation is in a high gear. The love, the gentleness, the kindness, the generosity, the humbleness, the bliss, the joy, the peace, the tranquility, the benevolence, the transition from lower dark matter frequency to the highest of the highest high of deep eternal love and gratitude high frequency, the paradise that we're creating, the heaven on earth that all of us gods are, The transition is absolutely magniglorious. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. Feel it, see it, understand it. There's no desperation. That is a creation from our ego minds. We are given the gifts of the gods. We create our reality according to our beliefs. Each of ours is the creative energy that makes our world. And there are no limitations to ourselves except those that we believe in. I'll join you in the meditation and return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose. And an easy breath out through the mouth. Move slowly. Know that you, all of us, are the God source. Your intention from the heart-mind, without attachments, without expectations, and without desperation. It's all about what you believe. That's how powerful each of us are. What you believe, you are going to create, move energy into form, create into reality. So watch the mind and the ego. Don't be in them, be outside of them. Through the heart-mind. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, into the following morning. We'll be back here Monday, January 11th, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call.